Welcome back to the HoodCast.
The opinions expressed on the HoodCast are those of the guests and the host. They reflect no inference or agreement by Hood Tech Productions or Hood Tech Productions LLC or HoodCast LLC. The information presented on the HoodCast is not intended to offend any race, creed, religion, sexual orientation, or nation of origin. Please listen at your own discretion.
Yo, world, what it do? Welcome back to another edition of Hood Tech presents the HoodCast, baby. www.hoodcast.podomatic.com. We in this thing, this HoodCast 209. HoodCast boys in this thing, and I don't got my hat on yet, but that's okay. I'm sorry I'm late. Willie Biggs.
What's happening, people? How y'all feeling tonight?
What it do? Kokomo.
Look out, world.
What's up, world? And this is Tuesday, one of our Tuesdays, Producers Edition. So we have a producer, hot shit in this motherfucker. Lee Slaughtr.
Oh my god. Lee Slaughter's in the house.
Lee Slaughtr.
Ooh. What's up, man?
Hood Tech fan from way back.
Way back.
Man.
From the beginning, actually.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all that throughout the show. But yeah, we got Lee Slaughtr with us tonight. G-Mac, you wanna keep him rolling? Keep it rolling.
Yes,
Tell them where they can send their music to, bro.
Yo, world. If y'all want y'all music played on the HoodCast, videos too, MP4s or whatever, send it to thehoodcast@gmail.com. We're gonna start back with the models and everything. Look, something.
Yeah, we're working on that.
We're working on it.
We doing some recruiting, but everybody want to be famous, but then they want to be shy when opportunity shows up. So.
Right, and then we gotta blame this goddamn COVID and shit too, bro.
Yeah, COVID is making things folks a little reluctant, but we're gonna make it happen. We have to get the models in here virtually. We'll have them in a small window
right
for y'all. In the meantime, though, this is our Tuesday night edition of the HoodCast, which is different than our normal Thursday night. The Tuesday night, G-Mac was kind enough to let me introduce an idea of bringing in producers because we always try to create a platform for up and coming artists, underground artists, people who've done their contributions and been working hard, but you may not know who they are, but they've been in the background for a long time making it happen. And our first guest is my man, longtime friend, known him for over 20 years, Mr. Lee Slaughtr. I was about to call him another. He's had so many names in the game, but we'll get into that too. But some of the beats you'll be hearing in the second segment under our chit chat will be his beats, which the ones I heard so far, of course, are hot. But this man has contributed to a lot of great projects. I've known him since we were kids, actually. I think we met at a bus stop one day and been friends ever since. Yeah, actually, it was the G2 bus stop at DuPont Circle. I think we met and been friends ever since. But yeah, we'll get into all of that throughout the show and talk about the beats. But Lee, man, how you feeling tonight, man?
Man, feeling good, man. Feeling good.
That's what's up.
Blessed to still be, around, with all of the, the depths in hip hop. Me and Ecstasy from Houdini, that was like my big brother, man. He taught me a lot in this game, as far as publishing and just a whole lot of things, man. So I'm just happy to be still here, man. Despite my past, and not that I did anything bad, but just the fact of being shot up 6 times with a .45 Magnum in Washington, D.C. in '89 during the drug era, you know what I'm saying?
It's still here.
Yeah, so I'm good, you know what I mean? And,
yeah.
I don't know, man, just taking a look at hip-hop, man, and where it's going, and there's a lot of things that, I'm a hip-hop purist, so there's a lot of things I'm not really cool with. And then I
already know.
Yeah, but I do respect that we opened the door, underground artists and commercial artists, you know, for the type of deals that we had to deal with back in the day, and the type of people and the politics that we had to go through just to get
right.
your record even on I mean, any kind of station. You know
right, from big to small, right.
Serious payola and politics going on, and you know who they want to see be bigger and all that. So it was just, you know, crazy. But
right. Well, we're gonna get into all of that, man. When we come back and we get into our second segment, I definitely want to talk about your history in hip hop, your laundry list of relationships. I mean, I can't name an East Coast artist that you haven't been in contact with, either worked with, have relationships with. Hell, people that I met because of you, folks that I ran into, and some of the you know what we're gonna do? Well, I don't think this has ever been talked about in public. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that night at the Muse in New York.
The Muse.
Wu-Tang Clan. We're gonna talk about that when we come back. G-Mac, we getting ready to play some music?
Yes, where we shall be. Right back. Yeah. We gonna talk about that, bro. Yo.
oh.
Yeah. We'll be right back, y'all.
Yeah, that's gonna be a wild story right there.
Yeah, man, your man.
It was love at the first sight. It was real for the first time. I could see it in your eyes. Hanging out by the moonlight, not a worry on my mind. I need you by my side. You know I would try for you. There's no other guy for you. That's why you're my one and only. They calling me crazy. They say I'm insane because I lost my mind to you, and I wouldn't change it for anything because I lost my mind to you. There is nothing I won't do for you. I walk 1,000 miles to get to you. 'Cause baby, you are all I want. No matter what the things you put me through. I may not be perfect, but you still know I'm worth it. That's just the way you are. When I'm down and lonely, you'll be there to hold me, and that's where I put my heart in.
You already know Gio got that sauce.
We taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. Remember the days where this ain't fitting on true to the game, as real as it gets. Don't be living a movie, ain't doing no skits. Right after the show, I go work me a bitch. Tryna chase all the money like my last name is Mitch. Don't tolerate rats, I won't fuck with a snitch. Couldn't call on a person, I was down on my dick. Focused on cash when I touch me a mic. I'm not worried about death, always ride with a pipe. My day on backstab, come deep with a knife. What's done in the dark, always come to the light. I see straight forward like I got tunnel vision. Ain't changed my ways, nigga call me some witness. Feel like two fence, me the brick ridiculous. These bitch tryna suck on a leash on a nigga. They tryna give a young nigga while of the icky. I ain't giving a shit, bitch, give me a quick. Then I think about my life as I flow through the city. If a young nigga play, get his ass out of bounds. Play out of bounds and I'm knocking you down. Caught me a CA and I fuck up the town. Cut off some niggas, can't even come around. can't even come around. We taking chances, we taking risks. Remember the days, rewarded ain't fitting. I'm true to the game, as real as it gets. Gonna be living a movie, ain't doing no skits. Right after the show, I go work me a bitch. Son takes all the money, like my last name is Mitch. Don't tolerate rats, I won't fuck with a snitch. Couldn't call on the person, I was down on my dick. I'm living my days like my last. Tryna run on my money and live by the cash. I like these niggas can't even get near me again. Intentions that show the end. I'm by myself, can't even show my feelings again. Focused on getting the win. I rate the beat, I ain't have to go pick up a pen. Got me a black FN. All my dogs free and still fighting the case. Finna blow like a rocket, still stuck in the race. Tryna feed everybody, get money like Ace. Like my last song, nigga, I'm undefeated. Beat down your bitch, nigga, don't you repeat it. Cause I got my own bitch, you real bad and conceited. Can't wait to perform where everybody can see it. Where everybody can see it. We taking chances, we taking risks. Remember the days, rewarded ain't fitting. I'm true to the game, as real as it gets. Gonna be living a movie, ain't doing no skits. Right after the show, I go work me a bitch. Son takes all the money, like my last name is Mitch. Don't tolerate rats, I won't fuck with a snitch. Couldn't call on the person, I was down on my dick. We taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking chances, we taking risks. We taking chances, we taking.
Yo, we are back. Second segment. Yo, somebody's stuff is loud. Super loud. Come on with that. Come on with that. Come on with that. Can we come on with that? Am I up? Yes, I'm up. Yeah, pretty please. Pretty please? Pretty please. Yes. We are back. Second segment of the HoodCast, baby. We are here with Lee Slaughtr. Lee Slaughterhouse is what I call him.
That's right.
Take it away, bitch.
In the background.
Yeah, just mute that, please. Mute it, please.
Yeah, mute it in the background. Who's that? That must be me. Lee, is that you playing the show in the background?
No, not me.
We are back. Second.
That's Heart Attack.
The HoodCast, baby. We are here with Lee.
That's Heart Attack. Yeah, that's all good. Was that Heart Attack?
Yes,
Heart Attack?
it was.
He's like, I can't win for losing.
Right.
That's all good. He's supposed to be on the show. Good man. Just mute it so you don't get double feedback in that thing. So we back with Lee Slaughtr, my homeboy from way back. And Lee, just kind of give people some idea. We were like teenagers. Well, I was almost 20. You was still a teenager, I think.
Yeah, because I was like, I graduated, let me see, in 1990. And I got shot, and then I was in the hospital and turned 18. That was 89. So when I met you was the summer of 1990.
Yep, I had been here about 2 years, and I've been running around all over the place.
Eric Tommy is the one that told me about you originally.
Really?
Right?
No,
Yeah.
no. Okay, check it out. This how I remember us meeting. I was catching a G2 bus at DuPont and Key Street.
I remember
You was at
that
the
now.
bus stop, and you was talking to somebody about music, whatever. And I was like, "Yo, you do music?" And he was like, "Yeah, fuck with beats." And we started talking from there, and we got on the bus, and we talked all the way down to the house.
Yeah, I remember, yo.
yeah. And then fast forward like a day or two, I came over to the crib when y'all was in the Margarine, I think.
Right, okay.
Came over there, and it was like Gene, Rhonda, you. I met Eric Tommy because of you. I met you first, and then I met everybody else.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. Right.
That's
right.
what it was.
I met Eric Tommy because of you, but then it was weird because we met, and then we didn't see each other for like a couple of weeks or something. And then for some reason, because we kind of running the same circles, because I was just really trying to get my feet wet in the music scene there. We used to start kind of running back into each other, and finally it was just like, all right, let's click up and try to do something. So I came back over to the crib.
Right.
And you were on the keyboard working on some beats.
Yeah.
And it just kind of took
I was working on the ASR 16 plus at the time, right after the regular Ensoniq. Because the regular Ensoniq is what I used to use with the Chucky taught me on, and then Terry, you know what I'm saying, as part of the the group too. He the one that, you know what I'm saying, showed me some other stuff on that joint.
Right. Speaking of beats, his beats are playing right now. World, by the way, it's Lee Slaughtr right here.
So you mentioned Chucky. You talking about Chucky Thompson?
That's right, Chucky Thompson. That was the hitman. Well, the first actually hitman from what I know now. You know what I'm saying, with Bad Boy.
That's crazy. When I saw interviews with him talking about that, I didn't realize that when Chucky signed, he was one of the first to sign, if not the first to sign. So Puffy actually came to get him.
Yeah, the situation was by me working. I was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was really trying to get DC name, you know what I'm saying, respected the right way in hip hop, for hip hop, but not go-go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was hitting the pavement real hard, rocking and tearing shit up everywhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Chucky did most of the beats, and I co-produced it with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he knew how to, do all the mantronics on the situation.
Yeah. He knew all the technical shit. Yeah.
So once that happened, and then I met Angeletti, and I met Ron, and they asked me about my music, and I said, well, it's this cat I work with named Chucky, you know what I'm saying, and I'll introduce you to him, you know what I'm saying. So I say a couple of weeks after that, and see, this is all mixed in the time that me and you were working with each other.
Right.
Because, I used to go to Chucky basement all the time. So
I remember going there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
So once that happened, and then, you know what I'm saying, and Angeletti took him to Puff and all that, then that's when, you know what I'm saying?
Because I remember when he signed. I remember when he signed because he was working on a beat for you, and it might have been for it wasn't Hell's Kitchen yet. It was like Progenies of Pain at the time.
Right.
Right, and that was the whole clique, but it was Leader One of a solo joint. And I remember was going over to the crib, to the basement. I think it was Chucky's mom's crib.
Yes, it was, and his father too.
Right. So we go into the basement.
On W Street, yeah.
On W Street, yes, Northwest, right behind Howard. So we go to the basement. I remember this real distinctly because he was talking to him about a beat, and somebody else, I forgot who else was there, but it was some other characters around at the time. And I remember him telling somebody like, "Yo, I can't do that. And it was like, "Yo, just knock this out." And we were there. I think we were there because he was working on a beat for you, or with y'all was working on something together. Yeah, and he was like, "I can't now because I signed this thing with Puff." And everybody was like, "What you mean you can't?" Like, he literally had to stop the underground shit he was doing because he had signed a contract that he couldn't do any more production outside of the work.
Once I introduced him to Derek, then from there, it was like, took him to Puff, liked him, and then it was over, man. It was like, over, dude, you know?
So it's your fault we lost Chucky to Puffy. It's your fault.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're gonna blame you for that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what though? He used to also do beats for the dude I used to go to school with, Carlos. Los, that's in the Backyard Band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Los, man, we used to class clowns, dude. Like me and him. And I didn't, me and Los was supposed to get together and work on maybe a song or a project back in the days, but it never really got to come to fruition because, you know what I'm saying, he's so busy with Backyard Band,
right?
And getting his money, and he got things to do, so I understand that. But, he was around too, man. It was like all the people that was, like you said, that was underground.
Right.
We all was just centered at Chucky's house, you know what I mean?
That's one thing I liked about the DC music scene, and what I realized that was different from other scenes was that scene was really a tight-knit circle of folks, and you could pop up in like one or two studios or one or two folks' cribs and see everybody.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to Chuck Levin's on a Saturday and walking in the back there with all the keyboards and shit, and everybody back in that motherfucker, like,
word up,
one dude on the drum machine, another dude got on the keyboard, another dude on the bass, just like having jam sessions, niggas making beats, like. Right. I don't think out of 10 people in it, there wasn't nobody buying shit. Everybody's just trying to work on something, play with some shit, hoping to save enough money to come back and buy it. Now, speaking of talking about equipment and Chuck Levin, talking about technique, tell us more about your technique. I mean, we know your history, but what's kind of the hidden sauce inside of the beats?
Excuse me.
I hope it ain't boogers.
Well, I mean, for me back in the day, I like the ASR 10 back in the day because it had a warm sound to it. It wasn't like, other keyboards and drum machines that was just so kind of, to me, intricate to use. Right. Even though I had like a CR 808, I had a Dr. Boss, I had several drum machines. But when I got with the ASR 10 and I'm able to play keys and I'm able to make those keys sound like drum beats, oh man, that was it for me. You know what I mean? So, most of the time when I'm doing production, sometimes it can start with the beat first. I tell everybody that makes beats that for me, if your drum tracks are crispy, then the song might work. Depending on what type of. Now, the era I come from, we know how to take samples and manipulate them.
Right. We made our drums.
I can manipulate a sound and it sound like just a straight sound. But it's not. It's actually a sample that I chopped up. Now some beat makers, like depending on what I'm making, you can tell if I chopped it up on purpose and that's what I wanted for the song. But you know me, I'm a master at snatching anything from anybody and camouflaging it so well that you don't even know what it is. Because I made it into like a long loop sample. So that's what I used to mostly do. Sometimes I like to I like to get that lead sound first, that lead melody.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you get that lead melody, I put my drum tracks behind it, and then pretty much take it from there.
Right.
So once I got that drum track banging with that lead loop that I either made or I sampled, you know what I'm saying? You good.
You're off and running.
You know?
So what? Now, I know you mentioned the ASR10, and that's back in the day in the Sonic.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite equipment? Like what's some of your favorite tools of the trade that you like to really work off of? Like, what are you banging out beats on now? Like stuff we listen to now.
About like right now?
Yeah. What do you make those on?
Right now, I love Native Instruments, man. You know what I'm saying? So I got a machine studio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got the big boy. So that's pretty much industry standard now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, the sounds are just, they're limitless with Native Instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's so many different sounds, so many different like music packs you can get into. So I mean, for me, I got the hitting on the real drum pads,
Right.
and I got my MIDI keyboard right here.
Right.
You know,
You
and that
still-
MIDI
you still play
keyboard
what you want
change.
to.
I could have one kick to sound one way. All I gotta do is move a few keys down. You know what I mean? I got a heavier kick.
Right.
You know, so that's what I like. You're not stuck to just hitting the pads, and you're not stuck to just hitting the keys. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You get the
Yeah,
best
so
of both
I
worlds.
love Native Instruments right now. I love Native Instruments.
Native
That's-
Instruments. If y'all hear that, you need to send some sponsorship this way.
yeah,
I know that's
definitely.
real.
You know what I'm saying? And no matter what drum machine you get, all the updates are all the same for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the good thing. So
You talking about Native Instruments? They don't like because I mean some tools, you know, you got to upgrade the whole hardware to get all the sounds. You know, they'll kind of play you like your boy had one thing, you'll have something else. And y'all be from the same manufacturer, but you can't do all the same shit he can do. If you don't have all the hardware. So Native Instruments keep it equal across the board. If you got one Native instrument, everybody can kind of run with the sound pack.
right, and then say like if you got a little crew and all of y'all have a machine or something, you be like, yo, I did something last night. I'm gonna send a file to you.
Right.
You saying, and it's real easy, and then you can load it up into your machine. And if it's something that you do a little bit better, it just make it real easy, man.
Collaboration.
I mean, even breaking down the waves and all that for the folders is real easy. Now when you first get it, you might look at it because it looked like a spaceship. You know what I'm saying? So you might be there looking like, oh man, what do I do? And it kind of took me some time to really learn stuff. But if you go on YouTube now, they'll teach you how to, you know what I'm saying, do everything from sampling to...
Yes, they will.
Yeah, they got a new one now where you can, after you do the beat, you can plug the mic in and do your song. Like, that's amazing.
Right.
And that was always something I invented, but ain't had the money to make it.
Right. 'Cause I remember when we were running around as kids, we had the shit. You can make it on the keyboard, but you had to go burn up a check to record it in the studio.
Pretty much.
You know what? Back in the day, I remember when we used to go and when we had to track the beat, we had to lay the Simpy first on the tape. Remember that?
Yep. That fucking simple.
Wow, man.
Just so you get all your pieces together.
Yeah. So,
But we gonna I don't want to cut you off because I know G-Mac giving me that look. We about to play some music.
Mm-hmm.
When we come back on the third segment, we're gonna tell some old tales about some adventures out in these streets when we was running around as kids. Well, G-Mac, go and hit him with some music, man. We got Lee Slaughtr here. Y'all stick around and come back for the third segment. We're gonna have some fun. We'll remind him some running amok in New York City.
We shall be right back. Hey, yo, we are back. We back. Third and final segment.
Hello, we'll talk about that off the show.
We are back, baby. We are back. Third and final segment. You know, see what I'm saying? Y'all have to excuse me. We had a couple. I think we might have had a boo-boo on the second segment.
What happened?
I don't know.
Did you record it?
Yeah?
Okay, then that's all good.
Okay, but it might be just a tad low. Anyway, we back, y'all.
Sorry. We back with my homeboy, Ace Boom Coon Lee. Slaughtr, producer extraordinaire. We've been talking about a little bit of everything. His past history, his contribution to DC sound, the fact that he brought Bad Boy that first hit, man, whether he wanted to or not, and his contribution to the music scene. But I got to tell a story. We were all young kids traveling around trying to get this music thing going. They were the group, I was a manager, and we had a show in New York. It was Wu-Tang Clan's first show in Manhattan.
Okay, Biggs. Hey, before you finish, we can't see you, brother.
You can't see me?
No, we can't see you. We video now, baby. We video now.
You can't see me.
We can't see you.
Oh, you can't see me. I'm
we
sorry.
We don't see that HU2 stuff.
There you go. So it was our first show. I didn't even realize I hit the button. It was our first show in New York, right? Well, it wasn't our first show in New York. It was Wu-Tang's first show in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And we were opening, and myself and my partner at the time were promoters for the show. So we done booked out a club. I got the group there. We drove from DC. Wu-Tang's coming. We waiting. It's getting later and getting later. And the club is damn near empty. The next thing I know, Wu-Tang's there. And you got to imagine, this is Wu-Tang when they got Protect Your Neck out. They got the little white tape, the Method Man on one side and Protect Your Neck on the other side.
Yo,
right
before you even go to that story, what y'all need to realize is that I was supposed to be in the Wu-Tang Clan because me and RZA was real tight. RZA always used to ask me, how did I get my kicks and all this like that. Then finally one day RZA asked me to come move to New York because him, A-Son, and his cousin Jizza was getting ready to try to get a collective together of some MCs. But
really?
I turned it down because I was working with you and I was working with Hell's Kitchen at the time. So
no.
I guess he's saying it's your fault, Biggs, that he ain't in the Wu-Tang. It's your fault, nigga. It's your fault.
No, it's my fault.
It's your fault, bro. It is your fault.
That's my whole thing. My thing was I didn't want to be a burden to nobody coming from DC and having to be living off somebody and all that. I couldn't do that, yo. And I had our situation going down. So I felt it was important that what I was in, that I gotta stick with what I was already in. So I turned it down. And then a couple of weeks later, R comes to me and says, yo, ain't this your man? And it was a Protect Your Neck. Remember the black and white tape?
Yep.
With Method Man and Protect Your Neck on it. And I was like, this is wild. And then that's when we
went to do the show.
Opening.
Yep.
Right.
Now,
right.
I've said it in private conversation. I've said it, but I'll say it now. The Wu-Tang 36 Chambers album sounds suspiciously just like the Hell's Kitchen project. Sounds very suspiciously, especially since I know for a fact that you gave them one-eye demos.
Yeah, I told him to get the ASR 10 because of what it could do.
Yep.
And he did that. They got a Grammy with that, dog.
We were doing a show in New York with the Muse and the Wu-Tang. It was the Wu-Tang's first New York show. They had been all over Staten Island, of course, and Brooklyn. But they had done a show.
You can go ahead. You can keep explaining that night because Buckshot was supposed to perform, but I don't think he did.
Buckshot didn't show up. Wu-Tang was there. DJ Finesse was a DJ. Dougie Fresh came out to host because he was a friend of Jam. So Dougie Fresh came out, to host and whatever. And so I'm working the door at the time. I got my group there as a management. I'm working, helping promote the show, blah blah. But it's a rainy night down on the West Side Highway in Manhattan on like a fucking Wednesday. Nobody's coming out. It's pouring down, raining and shit. So Wu-Tang shows up. They show up in like 3 SUVs. Of course, we used to drive around in them MPVs and shit. They show up in like 3 SUVs and trucks and some more
like
shit.
100 people.
100 motherfuckers. I lie to you not. 100 people. So I'm at the door, right? And dude is telling me like, you can't charge them. I'm like, what you mean we can't charge? Because at this time, I don't know who the Wu-Tang is. I only seen the cassette and I only heard them. But I don't know who the members are. I don't know what they look like. All they promo was always some weird looking shit. You never saw their face. So I don't know that the first guys walking in is actually the Wu-Tang Clan. So I'm getting ready to charge these niggas. And one dude's like, yo, who is this motherfucker? So that starts the tension right there. So anyway, they all get in. So now it's 100 motherfuckers come behind them. I'll go to Jay. I'm like, what the fuck you mean we're not charging people? We done put out all this money. We traveled. Anyway, they pack the house in. Y'all open up. Y'all do y'all thing. Boom. Good show. We go back down stage. Wu-Tang do their thing. Of course, they tear the whole fucking club down. They hit that whole fucking club down. Now, ain't nobody they brought with them paid. They done packed the club up. We ain't
Remember the fire marshals. Remember the fire marshals came.
Oh, that's another part. Hold on, let me tell you the other part. The fire marshals came because the owner of the club called the fire marshal.
Oh shit!
Because he was afraid, because the money he made on a bar and that shit, he ran up in the office and locked the door. He didn't want to pay us our portion of the bar, so we could pay Wu-Tang the money for the show and get our money for the travel. So now we're downstairs under the stage. Wu-Tang Clan won't let us leave until they get their money. And when I say Wu-Tang Clan, I ain't talking about like these extra niggas. It's ODB, Method Man, RZA, just all the Wu-Tang Clan that y'all know. These niggas got us under the stage in a little room talking about doing some treacherous shit to us if we don't have their money. Me and Jam is standing down there. Y'all are upstairs like talking to the other,
Right.
Niggas don't know the promoters and the managers downstairs about to get our heads chopped off because we ain't got these niggas money. We knocking on the fucking club owner's door, like, yo, open the door, give us this money that because we're supposed to get a cut of the bar. He like, no. They broke stuff. We not get most of my money. Everybody get out. I'm calling the police. So that's when nigga was calling the fire marshal and shit to make everybody get out of the club.
What the fuck was going on?
Hey.
DJ Finesse is like, yo, Jam had already had his money tucked away, right? So he slid him his bread. He started packing up. He leaving. Dougie Fresh sees what's going on. Now, Dougie could have easily walked out of there. It's Dougie. He a legend. He could have easily walked. He was like, no, y'all can't do these young men like this. And I will honestly say to this day, Dougie Fresh saved my life. Because them niggas was ready to do us over like $200. Imagine that. We got the whole Wu-Tang Clan from Staten Island plus all they niggas for $200. Basically, we just paid the gas when they drive over there.
They was deep in there to the point of you're actually each arm you touching somebody, dude.
And they was deep enough in there that somebody could have killed us and they would have never known. Nobody gonna see nothing anyway.
But then look, tell me what happened when we went back to the joint and they said Fat Joe had pulled out his gat.
See,
they said,
I'm downstairs, so it's a whole nother event. It's a whole nother bunch of other shit going on upstairs. Like y'all are telling me we on the ride back, and y'all are telling me stuff, and I'm like, when did that happen? Y'all like, yo, where was you at? I'm like, I don't even want to tell y'all. I'm like, nigga, I'm trapped downstairs with the Woo. These niggas won't let me out. Like,
I was wondering where you was at.
I would have said it, goddamn it. I would have said it. Shit, yo, my nigga, please help me. Please.
And this is the early 90s, bro. We ain't got cell phones. I can't call nobody. None of that shit.
No.
I'm gonna forget one man.
Right?
What'd you say, Tack? I don't know how many months later, but it was months later. Fucking Enter the 36 Chambers comes out. We downtown in DC. Remember the little cookie place? What's her name? Cookies used to be right on the corner, and right next to it was a record store. Downtown DC, like off of, not 8th Street, but I forgot where it was. And it used to be like a record store, and it was like a cookie shop right there on the corner. And we walking by that
F Street, on F Street, right?
So we walking by there, and they used to put records in the window. And we like, yo, we know them.
Yeah.
We get the fucking record, go back to the crib. We playing this shit. It's bumping. We like, we laughing at the skits and shit like that. And I mean, it like, I don't know if it hit us all at the same time. I was like, man, this shit sounds a lot like our shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I mean, we were a big collective. Our primarily two producers, you and Dread, was the producers. And it was just like, all right, how the fuck did this happen? But I mean, that was just one of those nights. I mean, we got 1,000,001 music industry stories, but I can tell you, trapped under that fucking stage, and now I see these guys on TV and awards and movies and shit like that. Rest in peace to ODB. And I'll be like, yeah, y'all be patting these motherfuckers on the back for being celebrities and shit.
Most Def and Talib Kweli used to do the with the MCs every week and shit.
Oh, no. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a local. It was a local kind of thing.
Yeah, but it was big though.
I remember the events, but I remember what you said. Most Def though, and Tyler Quali, because they used to spend a lot of time down in DC. Black Star used to spend a lot of time. Man, it's so funny. The DC collective has such an attachment to hip hop and involvement in hip hop that most people don't even know it. Like, people didn't realize, even like in the case of Chucky, they didn't realize that most of the hits that they listened to in the 90s, he produced them. If he didn't produce them, he put his hands on them. You know what I'm saying? Or he guided, he directed, he contributed. But even some of the biggest Mary's biggest record, probably that in a turn a corner of her career, that My Life album, he produced the whole fucking album.
That My Life album.
And yeah, and people like you, Dread, I mean, Chucky's like an example of the talent that's here, but it's a bunch of y'all here. You know, it was a bunch of y'all here. That's what I always appreciate about this area. It was like so much talent, so many people. But the thing sharp is, and seasoned at what they did.
They wasn't trying to let us all get in like Rush.
Oh no.
You know, they wasn't trying to let us get in.
Well, New York has always been a. Nah, that New York City was, New York was always just like brutal. When it came.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh yeah. Shit.
Lyricist Lounge.
Lyricist Lounge. There you go.
I won that joint. Remember?
Yep.
You was there with me. You and Jam was there.
Yep. I do recall that, bro. I do recall.
Yeah, and they got real tense. Yo, New York got real tense that night. I won that joint.
We rolled out.
We rolled out, man. They was hurting off that.
Yeah. And it used to kill me because just the way you rhyme. I mean, people thought they thought you were from. They didn't know where you was from because you didn't have no regional sound. It wasn't until you start talking to somebody like, okay, he ain't from here. But rhyming, you be like, I don't know where this motherfucker from.
Yeah. And then like, you know, when they that was real. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. We had to get out of there.
Yeah, we had a few instances where we had to get out of places. I remember a show. I think it was off of Montana in DC. It's a little bitty ass club. It was like a talent show at this time. This was early on. We was getting started.
Oh man!
And y'all went in there and wrecked the shit out the place.
Oh man!
And the dude that was putting it together and promoting, he had his own group there, and these niggas was mad. They was mad. We had to like get out to the car. I used to be like, man, we can't go places and do shit and worry about being too good.
Yeah.
Like being too good.
But that's the problem though with DC is that if they see that, they try to bump you up off your course, dog.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so I mean it was rough, man. Yeah, but you know, the beats I started rhyming when I was 13. And when I turned 15, you know, after my mom told me that I need to know how to do everything.
Right.
That's when I started experimenting doing the beats.
So you was the MC first?
I was an MC first. I was Kanye West at 15. You know what I mean? I was doing it. You know, I
thought Kanye was the producer first and the MC later.
And let me tell you something else though. I will say publicly now, I battled Tupac when I was like 15 and he might have been a year older. No, actually he's a few months older. We was the same age. I battled Tupac, man, and I squashed him.
What? Hey, yo, bro. Hey, yo.
He's like, hold on now. Wait a minute.
Yo.
Hey, you want to know who my... And
hold up. Hey, you got... Show me some proof, goddammit.
I need a receipt, goddammit.
I need a rebuff on that one.
Now, remember, they're 15 years old.
15 years old now. My receipts to that is Krista Rivers from the movie Do the Right Thing. That's my homegirl because I used to be the beatboxer for their group. And she will tell you, he got Tupac's ass that day because Tupac wanted to fight me.
I got
to fight me because
I think I left out an important thing that probably will make this make sense. Lee was a student at Duke Ellington School.
Right, right.
Okay,
So
that
he went
makes
to
sense.
school.
He
went to school with all those artists. He went to school with Dave Chappelle.
Jada Pinkett.
You know what I'm saying? So they were all kids. Yeah, they were all kids together.
Yeah.
And we had a field trip. We had a field trip that day. It was Baltimore School of the Arts and the Duke Ellington School of the Arts. We so happen to have on the what's that called right there where the water is?
Down at the wharf. The waterfront.
Right. And my man looked like LL Cool J, right? And he could rhyme. His name was T Love. So they got at T first, and I just backed them up because they tried to jump him, you know what I'm saying, with other MCs. And then when I got in, I went against Pac. Pac had the thing in his mouth, had the Philly. You know what I'm saying? Real skinny. You know how Pac walk? I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying?
So that'll make, because they when you say I battle Pac, they thinking Pac from above the rim.
Pac from above the rim. Pac from any motherfucking thing. That little motherfucker he looked.
Listen, rest in peace to the dead. But I would have tore Pac up if he was alive. Again. So that to me, that ain't nothing. That ain't nothing.
Yeah,
I give him all respect because he became the greatest worldwide. And I would say on the underground, I got my love. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I should have started with the fact that Lee went to the Duke Ellington School. It's a performing arts school in DC.
I went to school with everybody, man.
Yeah, most of the people you see on TV from our age range, they all went to school together. So so he's talking about people he met and worked with and ran into. They were kids before you even knew some of these people existed.
That's when Pac was living in Baltimore before he went to Cali.
Right.
Yeah. So
that's what a lot of people. That's when him and Jada was cool. They was kids and shit like that. So yeah. So that's
he put it all in her stomach and shit.
Now I had a battle with Greg Nice.
You battled Greg Nice?
I battled Greg Nice and the Rumpelstiltskins in Jalil's house, and me and Greg came out successful because somebody got pissed off.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody got pissed off because they was getting smashed.
Now tell us about your relationship with Houdini, because you said Jalil. Tell us about your relationship with Houdini.
Man. Okay, I was going so hard that one day I went to Wild Pitch Records and I met Stu Fine, the president, and I met the biggest A&R dude up there, Bruce Negrin. I called Stu Fine on my own from DC. He called me back. I told him I was coming. He told me he didn't sign me because he didn't want to. All the stuff that I did, he didn't want to go. He didn't want to go back and put the money to make it sound the way it's supposed to sound.
Shit, you should have took your backhand and stepped the shit out that motherfucker. Like, nigga, what?
Yeah. And then so look, after all of that meeting happened that day, I took the train back to DC. My stepfather used to work at Amtrak. So he gave me a rack of tickets, man, because he knew I was, trying to get my thing off. And I used to run to New York all the time with them tickets. You know what I'm saying? So after I met with Stu Fine and Bruce Negrin, I went back home. And as I was turning the corner, out comes the legendary Lady B. If you know who Lady B is.
Right.
Lady B and Jalil, they was eating ice cream. I started talking to him, and I went hard, and I got his number. We started talking. We became family. Every time he come to DC, I'm with Houdini when they rocking. He even be wanting me on stage, but I never disrespected that because I didn't want to be looking like a leecher, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I respected them for what they did, and then I couldn't believe the situation, Damn, I'm actually watching Houdini rock, and I'm on the side of the stage. Then I meet Dr. Ice, Dr. Ice is what made me wanna. When I heard Roxanne, that made me know that hip hop is something that I really, really, really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
So to actually meet the people that you grew up with that when you were young is that taught me really how to not be starstruck.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right. Y'all niggas know a lot of stars, man. I was growing up in Little Rock, Arkansas, you know, niggas, you know.
Yeah, we didn't have that growing up. But I mean, Lee's remember the homecoming we came up here?
I know, I remember.
And Lee introduced us to Houdini. That was my first time I had ever spoke to him. I had been to shows. I saw him on Fresh Fest when I was a little kid, but I had never met him before. Then we ended up hanging out with him.
Right.
Took us to the show.
I still got some pictures. Me when Ecstasy, God, what's his name?
Was it Jaleel or was it
Jaleel?
Grandmaster D.
Me and Jaleel took a picture. You know what I'm saying? I remember that day. There was Biggs. That was the first year. Remember, we used to go every year.
Yeah.
And the year before that, Joey had got he had won some type of little smoke. By the way, big up Smoke Dirty.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He had won some type of that was that same year. He had won some type of rap battle or whatever. And we still didn't get. No, that was the year before.
Yeah,
but
they used to fuck us over so bad with Howard Homecoming. It was ridiculous. I don't even want.
That's H2O club.
H2O group. Yeah.
No, H2O club.
The club H2O. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the one that was the night that Lee took us all. We
right. That's what we met on Ecstasy. Jaleel, the other guy, I forgot his name.
Oh.
Yeah, because
that night
we met at the hotel first. We met him at the hotel.
Oh, yeah, I got you now.
We drove up in
Jaleel was in the bed. Remember, Jaleel was in the bed and he was looking at the T-shirts and something was fucked up.
Right, because we went to their room. I got pictures of it.
Yeah, with something fucked up on the T-shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That yellow joint. Wow, I forgot all about that.
Yeah, that was a crazy night because we started off. We were supposed to meet. Two other people were supposed to be with us, but they were stuck at the hotel. One of them was under 21, so they couldn't get in. So we was like, "Fuck them." Right. We just left them.
Yo, because I think
you, Rudy, G-Mac, and we hung out with Houdini the whole night. And when I say we got fucked up,
hey,
it was,
they were doing an interview with somebody.
That was at the Zanzibar.
No, it was not. That was at the H2O.
Yeah,
Zanzibar was next door.
It was
H2O. It was H2O.
Right, that's right.
Because Smoke had got no, that was it before then. But I don't know how we got in that motherfucker. But you know, I keep saying that shit. But
yeah. Now I remember that. Now I remember. Now I got you.
Yo,
hey man,
the year before that
night. All that shit is tore down now.
Wow,
all that shit's gone now.
Tore down.
H2O tore down?
Oh man, the whole waterfront's tore down. They rebuilt everything.
Yo, remember we used to it used to be like a mile back, bro. We couldn't even find parking.
Yo, G-Mac.
Yo.
You need to see what the wharf look like now. It look like some futuristic ass.
Yeah, that's some whole new shit down there now.
It's just
they got a whole new theater. They got a whole everything you remember from back then is gone. All that shit is gone. It looks great, but they tore down some memories with that shit. But yeah, you're right, G-Mac. We was out there, dude. We parked damn near a mile away and had to.
Bro,
well, actually, we got lucky because I think didn't you and Rudy or one of y'all rode with Jaleel, and somebody was in the van with me. I had to find a place to park. They brought y'all straight to the fucking club.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
They brought y'all straight to the club because they was in a Hummer going straight to the club. My ass was driving the fucking van we came up in, so I had to park the van. I think you, G-Mac, and Rudy were in the Hummer with Jaleel. And Lee. Y'all were all in the Hummer. Y'all went to the club. I parked and had to get the fuck and find y'all.
We pulled right up. Y'all
pulled right up to the club because y'all was with the star of the show.
Right.
I was like, my ass is like here, like groupie trying to find these niggas. I'm like, I'm with them. They like, yeah, whatever.
Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that's what the red Jeep first came into the. No, yeah, it was.
Nope, I ain't had a Jeep then.
Hold
we
on.
went to homecoming and did so many events. And you high, so you got all that shit mixed up right now.
I'm mixed up. It must have been the other Jeep. It was a red one. I know that.
Hey, you remember when I had a show. I did the show at New York City College, and I don't know if that was Shabba Ranks or El General. They pulled their gun out their pocket because the promoters ain't had the money right by us. Right by us, man, like inches. Yo, all I know is arguing, get the shot. And you know what I'm saying? Willie was like, yo, come on, dog. We need to roll out.
We need to roll the fuck out, bro. That was back in the day when people would fuck promoters up. Right. Like people would fuck promoters up because people was trustworthy. Like you would go there for half the money, give me the other half after the show. Then the promoter be banking on making it off the door. It ain't business like that no more. But back then, cats from promoters used to get.
Yes, it is. Let me tell you something. When Houdini came up here, no, it was not pretty, dog.
Oh shit.
Number one, when when Grandmaster D came in, his face was not looking right.
Oh.
Then it started to be argument. Jalil was about to fight the promoters, dog.
Oh my God.
Because they didn't have the money. So your man Sugar Bear comes in, and Sugar Bear says, "Yo, what y'all doing? Do y'all know who this is? This is Houdini." So Sugar Bear came and interjected in the situation, and then later on, Ecstasy was like, "Yo, I got the rest of the $9,000."
Damn, big ups to Ecstasy, man. Big up.
Rest in peace.
Look, it got to a point where Ecstasy looked at me and Ecstasy and him and Jalil and said, Ecstasy was like, "Yo, leader, you know what I'm saying? We getting ready to roll." They wasn't gonna perform. Same thing happened with Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Backstage.
Well, that was back in the day, though. But I mean, like nowadays, you gotta be. I mean, if you could get one of those cats at their height, imagine Rakim at his height. But right now, it would be hell trying to book him right now. It'd be hell. If you come out of your ass on this money, take 3 promoters to book him right now. Man, we can talk about this all night, but I know we got an hour show, and this motherfucker's well over an hour.
Man, it's been over an hour, dude.
I know.
Now you want to say some shit, nigga.
Y'all gotta bear with us, man. When I have
hey, word. Remember who y'all talking to, Willie Biggs.
I mean, there's so many stories to tell.
The boss gotta mix this shit. Remember that, y'all.
So I'm saving you some effort on mixing. But we're gonna get out of here. Lee, tell them where they can find you online. Because I mean, you're a hip hop historian.
I'm like this, right? If you wanna, I'm all about reaching me directly. So, you know what I'm saying? Lee Slaughtr at gmail.com. And that's LeeSlaughtr, not TER.
No E.
And you can reach me directly. You know what I'm saying? And we can chop it up from there.
Yo, if you need some beats, man, reach out.
Yeah, say it one more time, bro, because you know I just switched the scene so they can see your shit.
Okay, that's Lee Slaughtr. That's LeeSlaughtr at gmail.com. So it's like you're saying Slaughter. It's like you're saying Slaughter, but the TER, you're taking out the E at the end and let the R be in. So that's how we do that.
In other words, it's almost like some down south dialect because you know we use Ebonics. You see what I'm saying? Slaughter. You see what I'm saying?
Slaughter. But check this out, Mr. Slaughter. Man, we're gonna have to do a part 2, man. I mean, this is very interesting. We're gonna have to do a part 2.
Oh, definitely. Oh, we gotta bring it back to part 2.
We got a lot more stories.
Hey.
We got a lot of stories. We got a lot. I mean, I'm talking about some of them shits we can't even tell, but we got a lot of stories. We got a lot of stories.
Yeah.
You gotta keep in mind when all this was happening, we were kids. We were kids from like 19 to 25.
Hey, it would be nice if we could get the whole crew into a whole meet.
Yeah. Dude. Oh my goodness.
Okay, Biggs, you'll make that happen, bro. Cause I don't know y'all. Cause I was I think I was sitting in the sack then.
All right, Lee, man. Thank you for coming on to the show. If I don't stop us, we would talk.
Yeah, we family, man. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna be back with the new ones too.
Definitely, Lee Slaughtr, you ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yo, but hey, I'm sorry, Biggs. I'm sorry. One thing I would say, yo, I've been listening to beats. Them motherfuckers are bangers. Biggs knows that
he finna steal your beats. That's what he's trying to say. He gonna steal your beats. That's his way of just
God damn, nigga, you ain't even let me this shit.
I ain't gotta
Yo.
tell you. This motherfucker's the king of stealing beats. But next time you hear your beat, it's gonna be a G-Mac single. He gonna be rapping and singing on it some more shit.
Oh man, look, look, he gonna beat me out the copyright and shit. They like,
No. Hey, yo.
nothing you
I'm gonna
can
tell
do.
you, bro. Family, I would never. Hey, world, y'all gotta realize this. I'm a family-oriented person. Lee, you family to me, bro. I would never do that to you. I swear to
he gonna
God.
jack that beat though. He gonna jack that beat.
I'm gonna jack the fuck out that beat. But I swear to God,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Hey, you gonna get paid, bro. I swear to God, you gonna get paid. But I'm gonna jack. Hey, as Biggs.
Dude, that motherfucker still. I don't even send it. I tell you what, the beats I got for commercial use, I don't even send them to him. Because I know if I fuck around and send them to him,
hey,
it's all over the internet before I even put the bitches out.
No.
And actually, Lee's the one that taught me how to fucking make beats.
Yeah,
I learned from him.
Because you was my manager.
Yeah,
You
I
my
didn't even know how to
manager.
sample.
You know what I'm saying?
I didn't even know how to sample till I worked with this kid.
Yo,
I'm older than him, and he was teaching me.
Hey, world, we were gonna say, hey, well, Biggs, yo, bro. It ain't like
Hey,
that,
but you was
man.
always in there on the mix though. All day.
That was my strong suit, was mixing.
Yeah.
I learned to be an engineer mixing, but working on y'all project.
Oh boy. Hey, do I have a story for you? I have a story.
Don't tell this story. Wait till part 2. When Lee comes back for part 2, he gonna tell you. I know what you're gonna tell him.
Yeah, of course he is. Hey, world, Lee, the story of the sister. It's gonna be in my movie, actually.
Jesus
It's gonna be in my movie.
All right, we gotta get out of here.
All right, man.
Lee, you gonna come back for part 2 with us?
Yeah.
All right, I hit you up. We'll put it together and bring you back for part 2, and then G-Mac
All
can
right,
tell you.
salute, man. Salute, y'all.
Already. Hey, world, thank